Hey guys, Gina here, coming to you again for the third time, hounding you about my favorite thing in the whole wide world. The Travel Club is back! Yes! So your girl is about to be out and about again. So, remember back when, most of you guys don't because I didn't even know you back then. I was an original member, I think it was like 2005. I'm trying to think, was I even a massage therapist yet? I was an account executive with Nextel, but somewhere in between working at Nextel and becoming a massage therapist, I joined this travel club with my boy E. Y'all know him as the Kilt Man. He's the one who got me started with this lifelong commitment to this most amazing thing ever. So back then it was the start up, nothing like this was really around, and just like anything at the beginning, it wasn't the greatest. It was the beginning. It was infancy stage. So even though I joined, there wasn't a lot of trips and stuff available, and then when I would try to get on a trip, I couldn't, so I ended up dropping out. I'm gonna stop saying that, but I used to say it was the biggest mistake I ever made. I'm not going to say that anymore because honestly, if I had stayed in back then, 90% of you guys I would never have met, because Gina wouldn't even be living here right now. I would be living abroad somewhere, like gone. I would have been paid and I would have been out. So I honestly, there wouldn't have been no at the playground meetups. There wouldn't have been any of that. I wouldn't know none y'all. So I say that to say this, that everything happens for a reason, and a lot of the people that I know now would absolutely love the travel club. Now, the second time I joined, that's when I had at the playground, and then we was doing the meetups and stuff, and then I added the away field trips. I tried to get people to join so that we can have away trips, go to Dubai, go to Thailand, go to DR, go to Hawaii, wherever, we can plan, just like I was doing the home events here. But everybody was skeptical and nobody was trying to roll with a sister. Well, not nobody, a couple of y'all did, but most wasn't trying to roll with me because it was like, oh my God, it's a pyramid scheme and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, if this is what a pyramid scheme is, I'm all about it, because a sister getting paid and, and it's paying for my travel. So if that's a scam, then I don't know what to say, because they can keep scamming me all they want if that's the case, because this life is good over here. So as y'all know, them first couple of years I was in, I really didn't go anywhere because I was constantly waiting for people to come on a trip. Let's just go somewhere. Let's go. You don't even have to join. Just come on, roll on my membership. Let's roll. People would commit, and you know how humans are, last minute cancel. I got sick of that shit. So third year, I was like, fuck that. I'm going to just start going on my own, and I'm just going to leave everybody. And then I slowed up on doing my at-home meetups with ATP, and I started focusing on me and traveling and leaving. So my first trip, honestly, was with my girl in Texas. You know who you are. She was brave enough to roll with me on my first trip and first cruise, which was the Ensenada cruise. I think it was 4 days. I think it was 4 days we were gone. For her, it wasn't so great of a trip because she was nauseous the whole time. But for me, it was great. I don't really get nauseous, so it was great, because the boat, even though it was on a big boat, it was some swells, so she was feeling everything. So my girl, but she a soldier, so she sucked it up and held in there with me. But no more cruises for her, only land trips. So that was my first trip. It was off the chain. Everything they provided, the excursions, the host. I was like, oh, this is the beast right here. I'm liking this. I ain't gotta think. They got everything taken care of, and I only paid like $199, I think. So I went on and paid for me and her, and she just had to pay for her flight. And it's like, hey, it's cracking. Second trip, another long gap happened where nobody was trying to go with me anywhere. So I was like, fuck it. And I went on Facebook and I just posted, anybody want to go on this trip to Mexico with me to the Hard Rock? A young lady hit me up same day, was like, I want to go. I had one person, one of my friends on the back end who said they were going to go. But I was like, at this point, I'm not trusting nobody. And whoever gets me their money first is the one going. Sister got me her money, and that was it. Once I was like, oh, I can find people and other resources and places who are in the club who are willing and down, sister out. So me and her went on the trip, and we had a blast. It was really good. From then on, I was rolling. I was out. That's all the momentum I needed. So y'all know by the time 2019 hit, right before COVID, that was my biggest travel year. Between 2018 and 2019, y'all know, y'all couldn't even keep up with me. It was just, where Gina at now? Where Gina at now? Because I'll come home, literally 3 days later, I'm back on the plane and I'm out. Peace. Bye. Well, the reason why I was able to do that the way I was able to do it, which was what I was trying to explain to you guys, is that the company, when you enroll people and stuff, and I call it referrals, they reward you for your referrals. When you refer people, the company gives you a kickback. So I was able to use my kickbacks to pay for my trips. And then as you grow in the company, you get bonuses and different things like that. And then they had just amazing bomb deals on trips. So a lot of times I was only maybe paying for my flight out of pocket. But the trip, like Hong Kong, when I went to Hong Kong and Macau, I really paid pennies for that trip. If I told you guys how much I paid for the trip, it was damn near free. Y'all would be like, what the? And I stayed in 2 different freaking bomb hotels, like bomb. To this day, I think Hong Kong was an unexpected trip, but I think that is one of my top trips, like for real. And I never, ever, Hong Kong wasn't even on my radar to go. But I went because it was like, man, this trip kind of bomb. It was one of them rock star trips. So I was like, I've never been to Hong Kong. Let me see how much I can get a flight for. I got a flight for hardly nothing. And then my check paid for the trip, and sister was gone. So finally, I think that year I was in Mexico back and forth. I was all over the place. Y'all know I went so many places, like I can't even remember. Like when my memories come up on my Facebook and stuff, I be like, damn, I didn't even realize I was popping like that. I'm like, I want her life because that girl right there is doing big things. Yeah, I was. Well, she coming back now because, during the lockdown, 2 years, company can't, kind of having a hard time surviving. But relaunch as a new company, but same thing, still Dreamtrips. So Dreamtrips International is now the new lick. So this is what I'm saying to you guys. Y'all need to hop on because it's at the beginning, it's pre-launch, it's literally starting completely over. But we just re-innovating what has already been done, and we already still have the foundation, the resources, the connections and everything. All we doing is reconnecting, to the sources and the hotels and everything. All of that is already done. So only thing that needs to be, to make it good again is the membership to come back. And this right now, because we are in pre-launch, is when you want to join and get in. At the beginning, at the, the beginning stages, because one, we will be the founders. Like when I was in at the beginning, if I would have stayed in and never dropped out all them years, like I said, my life would have been made, like for real, for real. Like none y'all would know me at all. Y'all wouldn't even know Gina Butterfly. Y'all wouldn't have never experienced me. Y'all wouldn't have never experienced at the playground, nothing. So everything happened for a reason, and it's come back around. And this is your opportunity again. I'm going to ask you again. Come on board with a sister, because this is it. Why pay out of pocket to travel when you can have it paid for you and you live in a rock star lifestyle? Like, they take care of everything. Before the company, went away, I don't like talking about the lockdown and stuff, but I was a titanium member. Titanium, that was the highest membership you can get at the time. And when I say it was the best thing I've ever experienced, I like white glove treatment. I'm sorry. And I'm that type of person, once I get a taste, I can't go back. So staying in these 5-diamond and 5-star resorts and them calling me, "Hello, Miss Luckett, how are you doing today? What can we do for you? Oh, you're 8 hours early to check in. No problem. We have a room for you. Give us 1 second. Okay, may we take your luggage to your room? Yes, please." And then everybody else has to sit in the lobby or just come crash in my room because it was going on like that. Yep, that's what we're about to get back to. So while you're paying for your trips, I'm going to be back in my little travel club working. Yes, it's work. It's work. You can't do and have nothing without no effort. You're going to have to open your mouth and share if you don't want to pay. You don't have a problem referring that favorite lipstick color from MAC that you ain't getting a kickback for, and you don't have a problem saying, "Hey, come join Costco," and they ain't giving you no kickback. But if you do this and you like it, and your friends like it, and your family like it, and they come and travel with you, and we having fun, and then they're blessing you with bonuses and checks that you could just and right back into the trip, why not? It's a no-brainer. So y'all know, all y'all folks who don't normally travel are on it right now. Like all of a sudden, everybody want to travel. People who you couldn't get on a plane is getting on planes now, because everybody was locked up in a cage, and when they said, "Oh, you can't," now we having that human reaction. You gonna tell me I can't? I can. I'm rolling. I'm going. Come on board and do it like this, because I'ma tell you, a sister is bougie. I'm ghetto bougie, and I like my amenities. And shoot, not having to plan the trip, having a host on the trip that you can run to, having someone there to curate it, having your drinks, and I don't drink, but unlimited drinks and all exclusive and all your food taken care of. Most of the trips are like that. Not all of them, but 90% are. You just show up, check in your room, pop off to the welcome dinner and party and get your boogie on. We go on our excursions, have a blast. Then you have a day or two where you can do whatever you want. Go hang out with the locals, because I like hanging out with the locals. Where are the locals at? I want to go party with y'all. That's what we doing. So, you coming on board this time? I'm asking again. This is your invite from me, Gina Butterfly. Let's hop these planes while we can. Let's explore the world together, and let's do it in a smart way. Let's not have to pay for it. Come on with a sister. Come on. Come on, let's party. And we can probably, they're changing some stuff, so I don't know how everything's gonna go, but before, and I hope this comes back, like if we, like say, you know, me and my friends, like us, we wanna go on a trip, like we wanna plan our own trip, say we wanna go to Dubai, stay at the Atlantis, whatever. And it was where if we had a certain amount, it's usually like 10 rooms or more, like so that's like 20 people, you know, 2 to a room, whatever. We can give that to them. They'll put the package together for us, and then we can roll. You know, we can have our own trip, you know, the date that we want, whatever. So it's gonna be popping. Sis about to be gone again. So all I'm saying is I'd rather do it with y'all, my peoples, than to be out there making new friends. So what you say? You coming? Let's go. Gina Butterfly signing out. Love you. ATP. Travel with me.